What is that damage meter, dude? What's happening? What? I'm actually amazed. What is this? Because they know. They know. I know you're watching, Ian. And I know you know that it could just be the most horrendous experience. Is no one going to pull that boss for real? No way, dude. No way. I'm actually mind blown. What the... Good day, my trusty sailors of the seven seas of ownage. We are dusting off a character that I abandoned as quickly as I humanly could quite some time ago. I decided to never play it again because I'd been raiding on it for 2 expansions and I was sick to death of it. But apparently it's popping off these days and I want to experience some popping off. It's hard to tell if I'm popping off or not because no one else seems to be playing. It is Mage time! The class I abandoned, like completely abandoned, unceremoniously, and begged my raid leader that I did not want to play my mage anymore, and please God, can I just abandon it and get rid of it. And the only reason was, God, BFA ruined mage. Now, I know you're going to get right in my nuts about the fact that in 8.3 it was really good. Yeah, by 8.3, they had basically, and I'm not even exaggerating here, made it into a starter Legion mage. As long as you collected all of the little braces from Mechagon, I'm actually smacking face here, by the way. What did they do? I don't know. I don't know what they did to Frost, but I appear to be doing damn. Although my gargoyle's out, so it's probably part of it. We'll see on our boss, I suppose. Exactly what the damn is looking like. But, yes. I got very burned out on the mage, and the problem was the Legion mage was so good, man, so good, that the BFA version where they just took everything that was good about it and just took it away. I just removed like the cool talents, all that stuff that they did. I couldn't be a part of that world, so I wasn't. It was my choice there. I just gave it up and went full-time on Druid and was like, I'll choose any other extra character to play. So I chose a Shadow Priest at the time, but not that it was ever required compared to my Moonkin. So I basically just played Moonkin for the end of BFA. When it came to 8.3 though, when, you know, the braces were out, Corruption was out, I had a lot of people, including members of my own guild, like ex-mage friends from my guild, saying, you know, it's good now, dude, you should try it. And I believe them wholeheartedly. I just did not care. I was so done with it. I was more than ready for it to go, that I certainly wasn't going to farm everything for it. So I haven't really played this mage since the Battle for Dazar'alor, which was kind of the last time I played mage actively, and even then reluctantly. I played a mix of druid and mage at that time. There was good use for both of those characters, so that was kind of it. I never played it in Nylothar. I think my Blizzard just missed, and yeah, it definitely did. And now I am like so salty, it's unreal. Like I could smell the salt reeking out of my pores, which is a bummer. I do appear to be popping though. I'm playing this weird Iceland build, so I'll explain what I'm doing like shortly, because I imagine all the things you guys have seen for such a long time has been fire mages, because fire has been very dominant in the Shadowlands. It's just such a shame, and I regret this to this day, but I mean it wasn't my fault, that fire was broken throughout all of Shadowlands testing. You might recall I did a video, I was like, guys, we were doing all the quick looks and all the characters, and I'd put in a good few hours on Fire Mage, as I was the most experienced out of me and Finn with the Mage, and I was like, I can't do Fire, it's just broken, so there's nothing for me to tell you. So the prediction that it would have been the best one, the best spec to go with, was impossible, because it just didn't work. In fact, it wasn't until the guys who were maining Mage regardless kind of discovered that, yeah, it's actually pretty good, that we even found out about that. I'm really excited. I'm genuinely excited to see kind of how much damage we do on the boss. That would be really interesting. Because I'm not over-geared, really. I think Battle for Dazar'alor gear probably equals, like, level 50-something gear? I would guess. Like, 53, maybe? Well, what is this one? This one's 51. I really haven't played any. I've just basically got out of the maw to get here on this character. That is essentially all I have done. I'm definitely pulling a lot of random aggro. I'm going to have to come in a bit closer here. Try and get the tank to help me out a little bit. That would be handy. I still don't miss dropping Blizzard all the time. One thing I'm really struggling to get used to. So the basic idea with the Frost Mage is your Frostbolt. Excuse me, your Frostbolt, which you would expect to be like the bread and butter of the spec, you know, you're a Frost Mage. Frostbolt should be the hitting spell. Kind of the same with Fire. Fireball is not your good spell. You don't want to Fireball if you can avoid it. And it's the same with Frostbolt. Frostbolt is the engine that drives the spec. So I fire a Frostbolt, and all I'm hoping is that Frostbolt can do one of two things when it makes impact. It can either proc an Ice Lance, or it can proc a Brain Freeze, which allows me to use a Flurry spell. So here's the Ice Lance, so it can proc that. And I'm just kind of firing Frostbolts in order to... Or I can do this, which is Brain Freeze, which allows me to Flurry. And now one of the changes they made in the Shadowlands is that Flurry... Now, when I debuff it, if I do this, you can see I've got 2 stacks of Winter's Chill here. That means that the next 2 spells I fire at it will have all the benefits of this as if the target was frozen. So it basically means my Ice Lances will freeze. That's basically it. So let's pop off here, actually. As best we can. Let's pop the Lust. Let's Brain Freeze into this. And see what we can do with our little Frost Mage here. My Gargoyle has left me, which is good, actually. I want a more accurate representation of what my Mage can do. A lot, it looks like, actually. It can seemingly do a lot. I'll show my talents in a second if you guys want to try this out, because it's pretty dumb. It is pretty dumb. We're pulling trash while the boss is dying. That's a confident tank right there. That is a confident tank. So, one of the other things I can do, just to give you a little brief idea as to why I'm blizzarding, it's not just for AoE damage, is that when my blizzard ticks, it resets my frozen orb cooldown. You can see when my blizzard's ticking on these enemies, it's resetting much faster. And what frozen orb does is not only it does some AoE damage where you fire it, but it also procs more Ice Lances. And as I just said, I'm playing an Ice Lance-centric build here. So you can see I have Chain Reaction, which means when I Ice Lance, this used to be a legendary. It used to be the Bracers, for those of you who played Legion. It actually increases the strength of my Ice Lances. It like chains up, stacks up to 5 times, and increases their damage. I have Splitting Ice, so my Ice Lance hits 2 targets at once. The only other things that are of interest are probably Thermal Void, which means that when I'm using my main Icy Veins cooldown, its duration is increased if I use spells against the target as if they were frozen. So those Ice Lances that I was just talking about with Brain Freezes or whatever, those are going to extend the duration of that. It used to be a very thing for double Ice Lancing, for those of you who remember back in the day. I should spell steal these things instead of being a lazy mage. I'm using Lozy Winter, no pet. I actually don't like this. I like the pet. As much as I am a general hater of pets, Lonely Winter, the pet freeze combo, I really enjoy. I don't know why. Just setting it up, you can drop a freeze, which freezes the target, so it means you can do things without having to rely on procs. And I guess it's because of my hatred of Frost procs. It's one of the reasons I really started to dislike Mage, or Frost particularly, was the heavy reliance on procs. Sometimes you could just... We used to have a tracker, and no joke, there used to be a weak aura that tracked how many Frostbolts you'd casted without getting procs. And it was the most frustrating experience. So we're going to go for a bit of cheese here, obviously. Duh. When he does Stone Call, we're going to get our Frozen Orb in on the target and go to town. Here comes Stone Call. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Now. And proc all these Ice Lances and the Blizzard on the main target. That's our plan there. So we can Ice Lance, Ice Lance, Ice Lance. Yeah, isn't that beautiful? He's so good. I picked Venthea. Now, why? Apparently it's the best. I wish I could be bigger brain than that. I think there's a conduit or something that works with it. Blah, 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 blah. Either way, it's a spell, but it does have some stuff. I remember that this spell, in particular, it's not that I haven't played with this before. I did the testing on this. Mirrors of Torment underwent so much change over the course of the alpha, and was generally considered, and the beta, it was generally considered to be the like PvP one, because it silences targets and things when they cast spells. But they have added in extra effects now to actually make it worthwhile. If you've seen my interview, my interview with Zayu, you should check that out, by the way. Zayu is a wonderful person, and we had such a great chat. Even though... Oh, hold on. Oh, don't get me, Big Bear. Leave me alone, Bear Boy. Such a wonderful person, and I can't wait to meet him when I have chance. But we talked about the Covenant's Covenant abilities, because it was before... I believe we had the interview before Shadowlands went live, is when we had that discussion. And one of the things we talked about was Mirrors of Torment, because it was the stark contrast as me as a PvE player looking at an ability that just did absolutely nothing in PvE. Like, it genuinely was so badly designed in its first iterations. that it was, I'd look at, say, Mirrors of Torment and see the worst ability imaginable. Vice versa, as a PvP-focused player, he looked at Mirrors of Torment and was like, God, that thing sounds awesome. You could really set up some big CC chains, and then you could screw someone up at the back end with it. Like, that's so cool. Let's grab our little gauntlet, little friend here. And how awesome and cool it was. Right now, the big thing I'm getting used to is that Winston's Chill change, because although I'm used to double Ice Lancing, because, you know, I did play a Frost Mage when that was a thing back in the day, it's now built into it, and it feels really clumsy, and I'm still kind of getting used to the fact that every time I cast this Snowball Flurry, this one here, I have to do 2 Ice Lances before I really want to go back to Frostballing, otherwise it's kind of wasted. Frostball is such a weak-ass spell, because it hits for like 500 and 600 and shit. Whereas our Ice Lance does 3.5k. So you can kind of see the difference there. See, I've just done it there. I've casted a Frostbolt into that Winter's Chill, so I got a 1.2k crit out of it. Woo! Go me! I'm so awesome. Where I could have done this and done like 3.2k, 3k, which is... What is that damage meter, dude? What's happening? What? What the fuck? I'm actually amazed. What is this? It's all Ice Lances as well. It's just all the Ice Lances in the world. What the frig, man, is happening with the damage here? That's really strange. I've seen some weird things with scaling recently. You might remember our Ellie Shaman video of last week where the Ellie Shaman was popping off. Now, I'm not padding here, by the way. Having Frozen Orb is obviously more damage, and having the Blizzard go onto it means it gets more Frozen Orb should we need them. And it procs more Ice Lances, which increases my single target. That's not padding when Frost Mages do that. I swiftly recall being banned from playing Frost on Zool, Mythic Zool, if anyone remembers that raid. It's not Ulduar, it's the other one. But I was banned. Not allowed. Because it was stealing from the rogues. I was like, oh man, stupid sub-rogues stealing all my gains, man. Stealing all my gains. Get off me. Thank you. This guy, I'm not going to Frozen Orb just yet. This guy's about to teleport, which... there he goes. I don't want my Frozen Orb to be languishing over there, which is where the melee are. They're scared of coming to the statues. Fair enough. The statues are going to get me. Good times. But I want to spend more time on this. I actually want to go to Arcane. Arcane is the bastard child of mages. It's like you're in some special club if you enjoy Arcane. I quite enjoy Arcane more these days than I used to. And Arcane might be the way I go. Because already, and I'm not joking, I've been playing this for what, like 10, 15 minutes or something? Or I've been doing this dungeon. My hand is starting to hurt. And I forgot that used to happen to me as a fucking mage. Because you're just spamming this Frostbolt button, like, non-stop. And I think at one point I tried putting Frostbolt on, like, mouse wheel. Because it was so... Oh, there we go. Let's do another group. No. No, thank you. Go on then. Why not? I'll blow some shit up. Why not? I'll do it. Was that the overall there? Wow. Jesus Christ. They have 42% of the damage in there? Mighty stuff, dude. Mighty stuff. Ooh. Oh, my hand's going to be dead after this. I just... That is the problem. Is like, this is one of... I can play a Demon Hunter, no problem. Even the old school Demon Hunter. But 3 warriors? What is this group setup? 3 warriors? You guys know you're never getting into a Mythic Plus dungeon. Or are we skipping 2 bosses? Okay. Are we skipping 2 bosses? I guess we are. Carry the warriors. Come on, shaman friend. Let's carry the warriors. Why would you level a what are you doing? Oh, sweet Moses. What the fuck? Oh, come on, bro. I mean, it was all going so well. Well, at least tank them. Come on, dude. I just walked in. I just got out of bed for this. Sad. I'm just going to frostbolt this thing out of here. Get out of here. Got one guy who's AFK. This is why, I swear to God, when people re-queue, kind of need the gear. You're level 60, though. Oh, fair enough. You should follow the Fingal guide of getting... That guy just died. The hell? Oh, the shaman's laughing at him. Okay, so the tank... the shaman has can be skip the first 2 bosses, which is If you've seen our Resto Shaman video, you know it's a pretty common thing in Plaguefall. So it's the tank said I need the gear, and he's level 60, so he's obviously trying to... He's avoiding the Fingal method of gearing, which involves just going to the auction house and spending $1 million gold. Slacker IMO. I don't mind. I prefer to do the bosses, as you well know. It makes... I am not really one for dungeon grinding, despite the fact that I am doing this. If it wasn't for the chance I got to speak to you guys while I was doing this, I absolutely would not do this. I would just quest. I'm doing like half and half. For characters that I don't particularly like questing on too much, because, you know, questing is a different experience on the characters. Like, mages, I kind of prefer just blowing stuff up in dungeons and letting people tank for me. Oh, come on, man. That blizzard. That's like the same blizzard that made Warlords of Draenor. That's what that is. There it is again. Look, just missed the marks. This is the player base. I should not laugh at my own jokes, but I'm gonna. You can't stop me. Alright, I've got no cooldowns. Whatever, we're bloodlusting. Go, Frostbolt. Proc for me, daddy. You can almost feel my pain on the procs, can't you? Come on. Yes. We proc something. Oof, oof. Shoot the man. No, you're not knocking me back, dude. I'm going to blink that all day. Come on, keep that chain reaction buff up. I feel like I'm raiding again. Oh, God. I actually genuinely feel like I'm raiding again. This Mirrors of Torment's actually pretty chill. So Mirrors of Torment, which is my Venthir ability, every time the boss actually tries to use an ability, or the target I cast it on tries to do an ability, it gives me Brain Freeze. That does a lot of what Blizzard do with the Frost Mage is find ways to stop the RNG, or to try and give you ways of smoothing it out. Like, Frost Orb's real job isn't really damage. It's to make sure you're proccing stuff, because they know. I know you're watching, Ian, and I know you know that it could just be the most horrendous experience is playing Frost when nothing procs, especially when you really want that proc. Like, there's a big damage burst coming. Worst fight in history for a Frost Mage? Fucking Mistress Sazine. I'm not even joking. Like, I remember it to this day. Because you had all those fish, like shark things that used to spawn, and Frost Mages were like ridiculously ideal at dealing with those things. We were so good at it. But it really relied on getting some Icelands procs, and sometimes it just doesn't happen, and you just watch all these pleb melee players, you know, try and play the game. You know when you're a ranged character and you're watching the melee try and play WoW? And it's just really tragic, because you're like, oh. Because you could just do it so much better. But they're really trying, you know? They've got them, like, cleave buttons and whatever. And you're just thinking, God damn it, man. Fucking sad. What is this damage, though, for real? 50%. Sure. Come. Are we still waiting for this guy? Can you skip? Oh, you can't skip that one. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, was that me? Maybe. I don't know. Sure. Oh, 2 of these. That's not ideal. Oh, the capacitor totem! My boy Spiritual! Actually player. 100% original gangster. I saw that. Is this one in combat? Alright, I did not pull that. Maybe I did. I don't know. Fucking, I ain't got a clue. I'll kill it all. It's fine. Oh, God. Alright, let's kill this one. Oh, tank's dead. That's unlucky. Mind games. Healer's dead too. Well, I'm going to stay over here. Oh, that to me looks like a melee problem. So I'm going to stay over here. I'm going to stay over here. Oh God, the tank's running back. Fuck my life. Let's sheep this. Let's sheep it. Oh, he doesn't care. Bruiser's in. Bruiser Brody. Get him in. Go on, let's blow up these canisters. We got this. Easy. Easy. Tanks. I've already tanked this place on a feral druid. Last week's. Oh no! The other guy died. What is this green circle? I shouldn't be sorry. It's late. It's like 10 PM and I've just wanted to play World of Warcraft so much. I'm enjoying it so much. I can't even express to you. Just playing anything I feel like and just having fun with it and just goofing around. Just seeing the levels rolling as well. The fact is, I saw some of you like, why aren't you focusing like one character at a time? And at the end of this, I'll show you my character screen as to where all the characters are. Why aren't you doing like one character at a time to cap and then moving on? Rested XP is really handy if you're doing dungeon leveling. So it's actually been really nice. Like I log on, I have like a full bar of rested and on a character, and I could just like smash out a couple of levels in like an hour. Really nice. And then jump over to a different character and just play something else. And it's keeping it really fresh for me as well, which is the most important part with leveling many characters. As you know, I'm a leveling god, so I'm fully aware of this. Is no one going to pull that boss for real? No way, dude. No way! I'm actually mind blown. What the fuck? Actually playing better than a Mythic Plus bug. Like, no joke. We may have had some scrappy moments in here, but that is crazy. I'm actually mind blown. Actually mind blown. That is incredible. There's at least 2 people in here, me and the shaman, who have done our Mythic 15s. I would guess, and some of you were asking about this, like, how do you tell who's who in a dungeon? If I see a warrior tank genuinely doing normal mode for gear, and can't afford, like, the 200 gold pieces that easily skip you past heroic, not done Mythic 15. Warrior who dies twice getting to here? Probably not. A high-level player. Not sure about the other guy. Maybe. Nappa. Nappa could be a boy. Could be an actual Chad in disguise. Undercover Chadness. It's probably max. It's limit max, isn't it? I know. I'm going to do the really annoying thing that casters always do to me in here. I'm just going to stand over here to make the boss jump out here. Because it's really funny for the melee. It's really good fun. There you go. Isn't that fun? Everybody's experienced it. I know you have. Where you're like, oh, why would you stand out there so half the party can't even do damage? So annoying. Oh god. But it is quicker to get to the island though, so I mean, hard to say which is the correct decision to make. That's for sure. Hard to say. Don't see anyone else flexing a cool crab like I can. I think definitely I'm going to put Frost aside. My hand is genuinely hurting right now. I've only been playing this for like half an hour. I have been doing a lot today, so it's probably something to do with that. But still, my hand is definitely hurting. Playing Frost Mage. I wonder what my APM is on this Frostbolt button. It's probably something ridiculous. I would recommend people try it out, though. I mean, obviously not if you're going to get injured or anything like that. But I'm just saying, like, for general fun, it is nice because it's really simple. I think that's one thing that annoys a lot of people about Frost Mage. In fact, during the alpha, I remember, or the beta even, for raid testing, I think Finn tried out Frost, and he was just completely mind blown as to just how it actually did damage. Let's put some, this is so much Frost Orb reset. Oh yeah, get in there. Frost Orb does do good damage, unquestionably. As soon as I see a lot of targets on Frost, this is why Scorpion was so fun back in the day. Scorpion boss. Because you just got so many resets on Blizzard, on Frozen Orb, that you could have 4 Frozen Orbs out at the same time. Oh, man. That was so fun. All you were doing with Ice Lancing, Blizzard, and Frozen Orbing, it would just instantly reset. It was so good. Oh, they're going to kill all the Stealthlings before I can abuse my Blizzard on them. Going in. No! Come back! Come back! Oh, God, it's a WOD Blizzard. Nightmare. It's the worst day of my life. I've got no cooldowns for this. Sucks. Maybe mirrors will give me some. Yeah. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Get out of here. Beautiful. I can't help but be in melee range of this thing. Clutch Blizzard right in the middle. Nice. Got a couple of ticks for a reset. I'm going to save my cooldowns now, obviously. I'm not going to... Got another boss coming. I don't have to go into melee. I'm cool. I'm cool. Not actually blasting as much here now, which is nice. Oh god, the next boss sucks as well. So it disappears. You can't use cool cooldowns on it. Should I push more here? We're going to get another phase of ads. I'm really slacking here. I'm not even using my Frozen Orb. But we've got a big AoE pack coming. I mean, is it really my fault? Probably. It did actually almost get a second wave there. Crazy. Actually crazy. Well, I do recommend you try it because it's really simple. It's like the whole spec is like 4 buttons. It really is. Like you can get fancy with it. You know, you can get a bit fancy if you want to. You can have a pet with pet freeze. You can have your frost. What are they called? Ice novas. You can have your ice novas, runes, shit like that. I like Incantus Flow. I'm not sure what's best. I haven't checked. I just chose the spec I wanted to play. For a dungeon, I don't really like standing still with rune in a dungeon, especially normal mode dungeons because they fly past so quick. But obviously, that's what we've got while we're leveling, and we're on our way to cap, so we can actually push these bad boys. But for now, this is where we stay. Ooh, I should blizzard, like, over... They're going to go that way, so I'm going to do my next blizzard there. So I can get all those juicy frost orb resets. Yes, dude. That's the play. That's the play. See, look at it. Oof, come back to me. I'm not even going to cast it again. I'm just resetting it. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. Do I blast this boss from the get-go? 9 seconds. 9 seconds on Lust. What would you do if you and me? What would you do? Do you think everybody saved their cooldowns? Yeah, fuck it. We're going to blast. Go. I don't think I'm going to get... The only problem is I'm actually going to ruin my own cleave here where my... Oh, no, I didn't. Yeah, baby. Ah! The guy died! You stood a little too close, weren't you, son? A little too close. Unlucky. Oh, God, don't die, guys. Don't leave me on my own at the end here. Like, don't screw up to the tentacles, dude. Come on. Don't do it to me. What we could do now is when she starts reappearing, we could put down a cheeky blizzard just to get a couple of ticks, because we can't attack her anyway, but the blizzard will be there to start us off. There it is. Let's go. Wow, just so little damage on normal. Crazy. I'm used to this thing like actually giving me straight away. What we might get now is if the other thing spawns, which it should do back here, I think. Doesn't it spawn? I'm waiting for... Huh! I have no idea how this boss works on normal. Like, zero clue at all. I was expecting the fella to come up, the bloke. And then I could have, like, frozen orbed into him. I could have blizzarded on 2 targets. It would have been sweet. But obviously that's not going to happen. Oh, well. Oh, well. Our dream is coming to an end. I think Arcane next. I'm not too bothered about fire. Fire's fire. It's what it is. It's all good, but it's not mind-blowing or anything. Could we get Mirrors of Torment here? Probably with that other warrior dead, actually. We should have a little bit more time to actually do some damage. Not bad. Actually kind of worked out in our favour. Thank you, Nappa, for dying so we could do a little bit more damage. Appreciate it. Very nice of you. And there it is. Bit of Frost Mage. I'm going to call it there with this group for sure. Juicy. Well worth a try. Super fun. Super effective. Bad hand. My hand's just hurt. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Let's jump into something else. Loving your suggestions, by the way, if you've got to try this. You've got to catch up with this one. I'm going to get through them all, man, but if you want a priority, you let me know. You let me know, and I'll do what I can. All right? I'll see you later. Bye-bye.